Last night, we told you about a calendar featuring racy photos of returned LDS missionaries. The men say they put it together to get rid of stereotypes people have about Mormons, as well as have some fun. The church has not released any comment on the calendar, but some members say the shirtless men's photos are inappropriate. One of you wrote to us saying we didn't give the story enough time and rushed through it at the end of our newscast. Well, today we're following up. I asked returned missionaries and other members of the LDS Church about the questionable calendar.
I don't feel right about it.
Most people I spoke with,
I think it goes against everything that they've been taught.
Felt the same way.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that.
That the Men on a Mission calendar is questionable.
It's just showing their bodies off like they're objects instead of, what our church stands for modesty.
They pose like this for the ladies, and it doesn't put a nice image for LDS people and missionaries.
I showed pictures of the calendar to people, and some were shocked. They're all returned missionaries, and they've put together this calendar called Men on a Mission.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. They look like strippers.
Some didn't think the calendar was such a big deal.
I guess it's up to them. If they want to do that, then whatever. And if people want to buy that kind of thing, then whatever.
And others weren't so sure. Would you buy a calendar like this?
Maybe. I'd probably rather have the pictures of the guys with their shirts on, off their missions, like portraying themselves as missionaries.
Would you ever do a calendar like this?
I wouldn't think of it.
My mom might get a little upset.
Which one do you think is the cutest, though?
I'm married, I'm not going to do that.
Which one's the hottest, though?
Oh, brother.
Take a look there.
Where are you?
Well, we first showed you that story at 6 and asked you to email us your thoughts. Joseph did that. He writes, when Nate Eaton covers a story that concerns the LDS community, he tends to be biased in what he reports. Of course, all the men you interviewed aren't going to be comfortable with the calendar. Are you comfortable with it? Judging by the LDS slant on your story, probably not. I wrote Joseph back and told him there was an LDS slant on the story because we wanted to hear reaction from members of the LDS Church. Whether I'm comfortable with it or not is not the purpose of the story. We wanted to know what returned missionaries and other Mormons thought about it.
And Nate, we also got another email about your story. Now, this one was actually in favor of the calendar. Nicole writes, I think the calendar wasn't a bad idea. It was tastefully done and showed the fun side of the church. It showed the public that the LDS Church and its missionaries like to have fun and are not above the public in stature. Way to go, and welcome to the 21st century.
And we still want to hear your opinions on the story. Drop us a line at yourturn@kidk.com.
Now,